Howdy everyone, Zay Outlaw here. How's it going? And uh, part two of the Wolverine. Bam! I tried 2 days to do this recording, but I passed out. I got a comfortable mattress, and it's very upsetting. All right, where did we leave off? We left off on where Logan met Victor. They introduced themselves, and that's whenever Logan just joined up. He lost his memory, and now he's meeting his new partner. All right, that, and now we start chapter 3, brother. When Victor and Logan got to know each other, they started to less become partners to becoming friends. Then over time, they treated each other like brothers. When Logan and Victor were 12 and back, came came back from a mission from a target they killed, and the two boys grew up together and bonded, but things started to change between the two. Logan had morals. Then he followed them no matter what. He killed no women, children, or innocents. But Victor had a different perspective on killing, so yeah. He's been in the facility for longer than Logan, so he had a bit. How can I put this in a good word? He had a habit, like a real killing habit, so it stuck through him. And Victor killed people who got in the way of the mission, so he just did whatever. Sometimes just for fun. Unlike Logan, he had no morals. He had no reason to hold back. He just killed because that's the way the government made him. And Logan at least tried to have no casualties, or at least tried to convince his brother to do the same as he. He didn't mind killing since he knew it was part of the job and all he knew, but his past life told him not the innocence. And from when he started becoming Wolverine to now, he always followed that code. When Victor and Logan came back, things were about to get a hell of a lot crazy. The doctor I was referring to last episode that had grayish hair is named Stryker. He is not just the main doctor of the facility, but also the boss, and improves recruits, and he's taken a liking to young Logan. When the two young lads came back, they got orders to go to Japan and take out a target called Ingenium. A real chap lips. After a while, the two lads went on a private plane for they won't raise any suspicion. When they got there, they went to a safe house they found in an abandoned part of a small town. While there, Victor did some hunting in his spare time. Either animals or just like pieces of shits. Like criminals, murders, all that. That's the one killing that Logan didn't mind, but he got habits from doing that, so yeah. While Victor was hunting, Logan just wanted to he was walking and drinking till there was something to do. Just waiting, drinking his beer. Well, that's it. Since Logan still had his green hair, he was no, hold on. While Logan was there just sitting down, drinking, he decided to take a walk into the nearby town that they're in to scout if there are any people nearby that might know the two or anything like that. Since Logan still had his green hair, he was noticed a little around his childhood neighborhood, which he didn't realize at the time. While he was looking for any more targets and wasn't sure on why some people, but he really wasn't sure on why some people were looking at him, especially with curiosity. As he was walking, he looked at a picture that he found on the floor. You know, it had dated a few years ago of a young boy that was missing at the ages looked around 7 or 8. But when he I don't know, like rubbed off or shook off the dirt off of the paper, he noticed the boy had green hair, just like him. And since Logan also had the green hair still, he thought if they were related or something like that. But since it was dated a few years ago, and and Logan didn't have any memories of his past life, he thought it was him. But as he was thinking, he was grabbed by Victor in an angry tone as he said, "You should be careful, little brother. A lot of people were looking at you. It was too risky." As he finished, Logan growled a little and said, "I know what I was doing. I was curious about. Never mind. Do you need something?" Then Victor explained that he found where Ingenium lives, and they are going to strike tonight. When dark came, it was raining, and so it was more easier for them. They went to the Ingenium's house. Okay, we got a list. And after a while, they were about to kill him. Since they snuck into the house with very rich dudes. I don't know. But as Logan noticed a boy in the other room with 2 adults and another, and realized that he lives with his parents and a boy, which must be his brother. As he thought more and more, he knew that he was ruining a man with a family, with a good heart too. On the trip to Japan, he read about the hero. He noticed, unlike the others, he risked his life and saved others. And as Victor was about to slit his throat with his claws, with his nails, Logan pulled out his claws and pointed them and whispered, "That's enough, Victor. This man has a family. Don't do this, little brother. You know what? We always have to follow orders. Maybe, but I have morals." As they were arguing, they got a bit louder, and this started to get up, and then Tensei started to get up, and they didn't know his name, but their target started to get up from all the noise, and noticed that but he didn't notice that the young kids snuck out in a very silent way. Damn it. After a while, as it rained, Logan decided he was leaving the whole project, and Victor tried to talk his little brother out, but Logan was tired of it. He was tired of the killing. He teared off the patch that had the symbol of the military he was at, and then walked off. But behind him was Victor, growling in anger. Okay, now that's done. Now we can get to the main freaking thing. Chapter 4, a new friend. Years later, Logan is now 16 or 15 or however how old he is in the beginning of the whole story and shit. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, we start this and now we can truly start the story. Now that we're done with the explanation, his origin, And now get to the point of the actual story or anime or whatever how people read or watch. I don't know. And we start off a few minutes before the sludge villain attacks. And since and since Logan isn't there, he gets ignored. But still, like in the beginning of the story, freaking Izuku is just walking around, gets attacked, and then after a while, it's a mess. But since Logan isn't there, he gets ignored by the villain, but still manages to find his way to Bakugo. Okay, here we go. Okay, we start off where our young lad Logan is a bit buzzed at a bar, and the bartender is wondering why a 15 or 16-year-old boy is drinking a lot, but he doesn't ask questions about it, since he's paying. Later on, Logan is able to see the news that a kid was captured by a villain. How retarded are kids getting caught by fucking green goo? As Logan said, barely sober, says the one with the green hair. As the bartender looked at him with a grin sarcastically. Maybe. As Logan paid and walked out, after a while, he was walking and he saw that he was at a place where an angry blonde, where he walked and walked, but then he realized that he was at the place where he saw in the news where the angry blonde was attacked. He was wondering on how the hell he ended up there and how close he was to the main thing, but he just shrugged his shoulder and walked off. He managed to end up at his apartment he has been staying at since he was 13. A year after he quit the operation. He had money, so the landlord didn't care about his age. Now, time skip. Time skip for freaking a few months. And now it's a week before the entrance exams. Yeah, where was I? Lost thoughts. Okay, so a week before the entrance exam. One night, Logan kept on getting flashes of his past. One quiet night, Logan was asleep, but kept getting flashes of his past as a boy and tried to remember, but just screamed as he woke up. He got pissed and went for a walk in the night in the city, and he didn't as he was walking in anger, he saw a small winter white animal in a suit walking, looking like a mouse, and was real curious. Strange ass people or creatures in the city, isn't there? Logan thought to himself. As he got closer, the strange mouse, So, are you gonna rob me or capture me? As Logan was caught in thought and confused. You talking to me? Yes. You are the only one here, are you not? Yeah. You're the... Hold on, shit. Alright, friggin' spaced out there. Alright. As Logan was caught in thought as the mouse was talking to him. Are you talking to me? Yes. You are the only one here, are you not? And you didn't answer my question. Oh, no, I don't attack innocents, just curious on what you are. as Logan explained what he was doing. Oh, well, it's very late and dangerous at this time. Your parents will be very worried. Well, I don't have to worry about that. I live alone for the last 4 years. Besides, I can take care of myself. It's my choice to be alone. As Logan finished, the Winter Mouse said, well, in that case, would you like to come stay with me? Well, come with me for the night, to at least have a decent place to stay for the night. Logan was curious, but trusted him, but needed to get his mind off a lot of things, so he just said sure and went with him, thinking that this might distract him from his dreams, he thought, but were actually memories. At the mouse's house. He lived in a very nice, clean house, and Logan was very surprised about that, but didn't want to offend him since he's an animal. So he just didn't say anything. Later on that night, the mouse explained that his name was Nezu, and was the principal of a hero school. And Logan explained about most of his life, well, except for the murdering and the military. But Nezu figured that part out, but by the dog tag he had around his neck. So, your name's Logan? Yes. And why does it also say Wolverine on the little thing you got there? That was my code name that was given to me, and the name that was also given to me. I don't remember my true name, but it's all I know. So that does mean you are that U.S. military dog tag is yours then, It also means you were in the military at such a young age. Smart rat, aren't you? Besides, it's a long story. As they finished having their talk, and then Nezu showed Logan to the guest room, it was the next day. The next morning, when they talked quirks, Nezu was intrigued in Logan's regeneration, and especially his metal bones. Logan didn't explain that part since he didn't remember it. Remember that later. Remember that. Sorry. But Logan didn't explain to Nezu about the metal bones since he doesn't remember. Later on, Nezu wanted to show Logan where he works and see if Logan would join the UA since he's as young as the first year. On the way, Nezu explained that he works at a #1 hero school in the world, UA. Alright, now that I'm done explaining where Logan shows up at UA, his new friend becomes freaking the principal. Lucky guy. I wish I was friends with my principal. Oh wait, I am. Now that I'm done with that, I would like to end this. I got nothing to say at this point. Well, see you around next time, and bye.